that takes us to the question of, well, what do we mean by a hearing? Because the word gets used in the school district context in at least two different contexts, and I wanted two different senses, and I wanted to be clear with you about what we mean this evening. And we're going to talk a little bit about both kinds of hearings, although the focus of our work will be on quasi-judicial hearings. So as a school district, we are an unusual kind of governmental entity in that all of the traditional branches of government are really gathered into your hands. You are the legislature, and you are the judges in your district, and you run the executive through your superintendent. And so in your role as legislators, that is policymakers for your district, which is the lead role really that boards have, you will from time to time have public hearings, just as a legislative body would do that, in order to gather information and public opinion about matters that come before you. That in that sense, these public hearings inform your decision-making and policy-making role. And Wynton mentioned a couple of examples of the kinds of things that could result in this sort of public hearing. But really, anytime you have an issue in front of you that generates public interest, a public hearing may be the appropriate thing to do, or maybe the thing you're required to do by law, because the statutes say that any citizen should have a reasonable opportunity to come before your board and express their views about any matter that you're considering. And so if a number of people are coming to do that, in effect what you're doing is you're conducting a public hearing in that sense of the word. As I said, the real work of our meeting tonight is to talk about public hearings in a different sense, in the sense of quasi-judicial hearings or due process hearings. And here you as board members are functioning like a judge. It's your job to take the evidence, to apply the rule or rules that should govern the particular outcome of the particular case, and make a decision. Exercise your discretion, should you have discretion, about what the appropriate result of this hearing is. And the classic examples are shown on our PowerPoint: teacher administrator termination cases, some grievance hearings depending upon your own contract, and student discipline cases.